All right, one of the biggest culprits of early extension is this right knee and right foot. So somewhere along the line, you've probably been told, hey, you know, you want to push off that right foot to get over to your lead side, get over to your left side for right-handed golfers. Well, that causes some problems here, because what usually happens is when you're in here like this and you get back here, and in an effort to generate a lot of power, you go ahead and you push, and see how you come up on your toe? Look at this knee, it's gotten inside the toe line. Now everything's gotten in here and you are now stuck, okay? So this idea of firing the right leg to get to your lead side, that's not a good idea, because from this angle right here, when you get the club up to the top and someone says, you know, you gotta push off that right foot, or that right knee needs to be fired this way, this is what happens. Everybody goes this way and then you're stuck. Okay, so we have to kind of change your thinking on that, because what that's going to lead to is then the next person is going to come up to you and say, hey man, you're stuck because your hips are in the way. You got to get those hips moving really fast. So then the next thing you do is you get in here, you swing it to the top, and you think, okay, I'm going to clear those hips, and then you just do this. Now look where you are. Now you're over the top. So from this angle, it looks like this. You get it up here, and you're like, oh, I'm going to clear this hip. Boom, over the top. Again, from this angle here, you go like this. These are all efforts to try to get through the ball, but they're the wrong way. It's the wrong way of thinking. What you need to understand is that all good tour players, what they do, grab this, is they keep their knees inside their toe line throughout the swing. So once they get the club up to the top here, their first move isn't to push forward with this knee. Their first move from this angle here is to be up here, and then they're going to push into this lead leg. Now what's going to happen there as they push into the lead leg, their back remains towards the target just a fraction longer. If you notice, my chest is pointed this way. So when I do this, I'm pushing into here. This is going to shallow the club naturally, the proper way. Then once the club gets in here, your lead leg pushes that hip up and back, which is clearing the hip, and I'm banking inward on this foot. I'm not pushing this way. So a really cool thing to do, I heard this once, is you put the feeling of this as though there's a bag of potato chips right there, or in this case Doritos. You're going to swing the club up to the top and push into that bag. You see how I crunched it? And then as the club comes into the hitting area, this is the hitting zone right here, this lead leg again pushes that hip back and up, and then you get the club goes down. Look at all the room you have in here. Again, from this view here, we'll take this right here. This is my toe line. So you're going to swing it up, and then as I go like this, push into that lead foot. Look at how my knee is staying behind the toe line. And then as that lead hip gets pushed back, all this room to hit the ball. So really what you're doing is you're just going to kind of, let's not think about this going into transition. I really want you to feel as though you're up here, and then you just push. See this? Push. Rehearse these in a mirror. Push down into that. And then the ground will push back. That's how the tour players use the ground. The ground pushes back, and then this hip does get out of the way. From this angle here, it's here, here, here. There is no this sort of stuff. You have to get rid of that. When you start creating some room in here, the arms can swing through freely. You'll get so much more power. You actually hit it a lot straighter too, because you won't be getting the rights and the lefts. So don't panic. Don't panic at all. Just kind of change your way of thinking that my transition is going to be this move. See how my left shoulder, my left hip starts down as I push, and then up and out of the way it goes. You can do this. Trust me, you can do this. You just got to do some work in a mirror. Don't panic. You can get yourself unstuck back there, and then you can have a lot more freedom with your arms. You can do this.